Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be playing a new game for our Xbox Tour to Game Pass, and this is I don't even know what name. The Book of Unwritten Tales, Part 2. So why this game got chosen and put up in the front, because this was probably going to be like my games
War had
between
raged
10
through all
and
Avantasia.
20.
The alliance of humans, elves, and dwarves
And
fought
I'll tell you
against
more
the
about
evil
it after
army of the
this.
shadows. The war had devastated the country for years upon years, and yet no one gained the advantage. And so it was that in that time of deepest despair, that an old archaeologist uncovered the location of the artifact of divine fate. The artifact could fulfill every wish, and thus decide the war, for one side or the other. Led by Warlock Munkus, son of Archwitch Mortroga, the Shadows hunted for the artifact. And they would have reached it first, were it not for a group of heroes who stood against them. Wilbur, the young gnome who was the first of his clan to become a mage. Ivo, the courageous elven princess from the woodland realm. And the Critter, a hairy creature from the Northlands, companion of the most brilliant of the heroes, Nate Bonnet, who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess, who deserved a kingdom and all the riches in the world, who should stop wasting time talking about himself in the third person. Ah!
And we're falling. Swim, swim.
Good, good. This is good. Although the ground is still getting close.
That didn't help any. Oh, here we go. Jump up on the bridge.
Part of the jetty. If I'm lucky, this will go all the way up to the island. But somehow I really doubt it will.
I don't know if that's how that works. Maybe in this land. Genie, genie of the land. Put me at the island, please.
Hi, Nate. How's it going?
Good. For now. Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
I could use some help here, Benny.
Well, you did see what happened last time I cast a spell.
Time to make up for it then. Now shake a leg.
Oh, I don't know. I might just end up making everything worse.
Stop time, reverse gravity, for goodness sakes. Cast a spell, will you? Release pardon the disturbance, I'll manage.
Can't you just stop time? Or wings! Give me wings! How about that?
Oh, this is all terribly complicated. I really don't feel up to it today, Nate.
Benny!
Come on,
Perhaps
save our life.
tomorrow? I really
We'll get
do
an
need to
achievement
think
if he
through what's
saves our
happened
life.
today properly.
You get me out of the mess you got us into right now!
Please don't yell at me. I just can't take it anymore.
Benny! Ah!
I guess we gotta figure out
Stay
ourselves.
easy and we can forget about miracles. I gotta find something easy, something even he thinks he can do.
Oh, the magic carpet?
A flying carpet. Is that too much to ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Why you... I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
And that I shook your lamp. And everything else. You meant well.
Well, all right then. I forgive you. What can I do for you?
Carpet!
Magic carpet.
A flying carpet. Shouldn't be too hard. Should I really dare? Am I really up to it?
This genie's annoying. Just help me.
Yes!
Okay, don't know where we went. There we are. Now we flying. There we go. Achievement should happen because I actually did see, not
What
see,
the
but I
heck?
saw on the achievement list that that was one to survive the fall.
What happened here? No!
Sleepy time. Okay, hopefully we get a break from a cutscene pretty soon. Okay, so the reason why this game got pushed up... Never mind. Stop the drop. After this, I'll talk about it. The Book of Unwritten Tales, Part 2.
Welcome, adventurer. I am the tutorial, guardian of gameplay, explainer of controls.
Use the left stick to move the character.
Okay, we'll pause it real quick so I can, because I was meaning to do it. I thought the beginning scene was going to be a little bit longer to load in, and wasn't sure about it, but it was like right on top of things. So the reason why that this game moved up is because it's leaving Game Pass on April 15th or 14th. And so I've been wanting to play this game, but it was probably going to be part of the 10 through 20 episodes, number 10 through number 20 episode of the Xbox Tour to Game Pass. Because there's other ones I want to put in the first 10, but then since it's leaving in 2 weeks, then I decided to just throw it in. And because this is a game like I looked at, it's really interesting. And I mean, at least the trailer for it's pretty interesting, and so we'll see how good it is. I'll probably play an hour or two of this, and maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't. We will see. Okay, where are we going to? So right now, I really like how the graphics look. I mean, it is cartoonish, but it's pretty clean, nice and crisp. For where am I moving this damn character to?
Well done.
I was
If
just
you
holding
walk
on
up
to
to
it
an
for
object,
too long.
context-sensitive actions will be displayed. Walk up to that big lever and press A.
So I'd never heard of this game before.
The robot has
There
used
was
the
a-
lever, as this seemed logical to him.
What is
Now
this
press
damn
B
game's
so
name?
that the robot looks at the lever
The
rather
Book of
than
Unwritten
uses it.
Tales Part 1. Now press B so that the robot looks at the lever rather than uses it.
Excellent. The robot thinks the lever is working.
And that
But if that's
game
so,
came out in
then where is the
2009,
problem?
and I haven't even heard
That
of
hatch
this.
over there, walk up to it and
And
press
so this
A.
game came out 2016 or 17? But if that's so, then is the problem? That hatch over there, walk up to it and press A.
The little chap seems to think there are advanced engine mechanics hidden behind there. Perhaps that's where the problem is.
Press A again, next to the hatch. The
Fixed
first
it.
time you press A will allow you to look, the second to use.
Why? Because after a player character has looked at something, the most logical thing to do next is use it.
It's quite simple. Press B when you want to look at something. Press A in order to do whatever that character thinks is the next most sensible move. Is the machine working again? Walk up to the lever and press A.
Fixed it. So this is like a second-rated storybook game. As you can see, like, Aladdin was in here. But that wasn't Aladdin.
Appears to be a new problem.
The genie
Better
and the
take
magic
a closer
carpet.
look at the engine.
There appears to be a new problem. You better take a close look at the engine.
Oops, that wasn't very helpful. Please pick up both gears by pressing A. If you can reach several objects from one position, you can use the right stick to select the one you want to interact with.
Great work. Items you pick up will go into your inventory.
You open and close your inventory by pressing Y. To use an inventory item, select it with A, and then select the object that you want it to be used with.
Use one of the gears in your inventory with the engine of the town model.
Use one of the inventory gears wheels with the engine of the town model. Is that just this?
Excellent. Now, how about dealing with the second gear? Perfect. You'd better oil the engine before you switch the machine back on again. That should do it. Time to crank it up.
So yeah, with the graphics and how they looked in the trailer, plus the storybook theme, like made me really interested in this game. And so I'm really liking the graphics, except for those fake bats there. Better watch out, gonna get corona.
You can examine objects in the inventory in more detail. Pick up the damaged figure and the toolbox.
Then open the inventory with Y and press B in order to examine the toolbox.
Man, I'm not gonna remember any of this. Okay, pick it up. Say whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, press Y. Damaged figurine, okay. There we go, finally picked it up.
Great. You found a few items in the toolbox.
You can use these items on each other by
What's up,
initially
Bar?
selecting
Bizarre,
the
how
first
you doing?
object with A, and then using it on the second object again with A.
Try to repair the figure in the inventory.
Trying to figure out this game. Have no clue what the hell I'm doing. Try to repair the figure in the inventory. Uh-oh. How do we repair the figure in the inventory? Hammer? Doing great. What do you do in this game? I'm still figuring it out. This is one of those Xbox Game Pass games. I wanted to try it out, and it's leaving the Game Pass April 14th or 15th. And so it's a storybook game, but after that, I have no clue. This is the second one, and I haven't even figured out. I mean, I haven't even played the first one. Tried to repair the figurine in the inventory. Do I have to look? Okay, and no one to repair. Okay, I am super lost right now. I might have to look it up already and see what the hell, how to repair it. It didn't really say. This is what game again? No clue what game I'm playing. The Book of Unwritten Tales. The Book of Unwritten Tales. How to repair the figure in the inventory. Sorry guys, I have absolutely no clue. Take the old toolbox, take the damaged figurine. In your inventory, look at the old toolbox and get the strong adhesive tape, volley hammer, and worn down screwdriver. In your inventory, combine damaged finger or figurine and strong adhesive to get repair figurine. And how do we combine them?
Well,
Okay. I don't even know what I did. Well done. Now you place the figure in its rightful place on the balcony on the castle and start the machine.
Excellent.
So maybe
You're
this
now
is
ready.
just a puzzle game.
One last tip before I go. If you press X, all interesting objects in the scene will be displayed.
good luck with your adventures in the Book of Unwritten Tales 2.
Already struggling.
I'm worried about you.
Oh, Mother.
What's wrong with you?
Master mechanic.
Everything's
I
fine.
guess. You say so. Couldn't even figure out the combination of what we need to do for the figurine.
No, you don't look well at all. Positively Rotund. It is unseemly for an elf princess to cope with her frustrations by comforting
Yeah, I
him.
really like how this game
If you
looks.
carry on like
It
this,
looks
you
really
won't fit
nice.
into your wedding dress.
I don't have any intentions of marrying anytime soon.
Oh, darling, we've been through that already. Prince Lalilos is going to be arriving next week. You will like him. He's charming and... Look, he's sent us a picture of himself and his sister.
Which of the two is the sister?
The elf nobility, unfortunately, has not got any unshaven Neanderthals to offer. You'll just have to get used to that.
I don't have the slightest interest in that person. Not anymore.
You are at the heart of the elf kingdom, in the castle of your family where you belong. No one here should be sad, tired, or fat. I only want what's best for you, Ivo.
Right, probably a song's gonna come up now. It's what Disney would do. She's locked me in. Have you actually seen that Prince La La La? I'm really not feeling well, cheap.
Have you seen this prince? A vain river elf who's only interested in topping up his tan. I'm to spend hundreds of years in the company of someone I don't love? Huh, not me.
Cheap, cheap.
And how? She will try anything and everything. Nothing's more important to her than getting me married off. Ugh. When I was out there with the humans, it was the first time that I had the feeling I could determine my own destiny.
I wish we could turn the camera so we can see. I want to see what she looks
Yes,
like.
it was dangerous. Doesn't that go with the territory? A life without risk, that is so... Oh, you don't understand.
I
If
don't
I could, I
understand
would go
what you're
right
talking
now.
about.
You want to stop me? Just like last time. And you really think it's appropriate for me to be locked in here too, eh?
Hey.
Yes, only what's best for me. She always says that. I didn't want to tell Mother, but I've not been feeling too well lately, Cheap. I'd say the same thing, but we elves hardly ever get ill. Yeah, you've got a point there. I spent almost a year in the human world and they have some very strange ideas about personal hygiene. Well, I thought perhaps it's a curse. Oh, no, you won't. I'll take care of it myself. Mother would make a state occasion out of it. I don't know either, but I'm sure there's a medical book down in the library. No, rest is not what I need just now. I'll go down to the library and look up what's wrong with me, completely alone, just like a grown-up elf. I'm not going to be stopped, neither by locked doors nor by you.
All right, so we got searching.
Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts. Presumably Mother has decided I should be without such things whilst I am, as she says, positively rotund. Cheap Cheap survived our past adventure, even if he'll insist on exactly the opposite. He told everyone for months how he defended me from all the evils of the world and then only just escaped with his tail feathers intact. I've never been ill.
I wonder
but
if we have
something
to
isn't
interact
right.
with everything.
I hope I'll find the answer in the library.
Because I'm actually looking at some cheats right now.
Cheep Cheep likes to look at his reflection. He strikes a pose and then tries to impress himself with it, and succeeds most of the time.
Because supposedly there's a walkthrough and it tells you like exactly what you need to go and do.
The times when the others were here in the elf burrow, those were the best that I've ever had. The critter could never keep still when I was drawing him. He was always pulling faces and trying to make me laugh. Wilbur was so excited. He loves elves and our stories. He spent hours sitting with my father and listening to him talk about bygone ages. Complete idiot.
Ex-boyfriend?
We have many exotic plants here in the palace, but sunflowers are my favourite.
Okay, so let's get a
Apologies,
seed.
I need a few of your seeds.
I think I'm just gonna roll right through this. And because I'm probably not gonna play this ever again.
People come from far and
Oh,
wide
sorry.
to drink it.
Pressing buttons too fast.
Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts.
What if I put sunflower seeds
Presumably
in it?
Mother has decided I should be without such things whilst I am, as she says, positively rotund. Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts.
Oh, come on.
Presu-
So maybe and put it in.
Cheep Cheep, would it be possible
Man, I
for you
would
to
have
stop
never figured
admiring
that out.
yourself for 2
Cheater.
seconds and move over to stuffing your beak instead? Don't say I never look after you. I had my birthday during the few weeks that we spent living together here in the elf burrow. That was a big deal for Wilbur. He couldn't understand that the significance of birthdays tends to fade after a few 100 years. He insisted on making me a present. He sat in the corner for days knitting me this hat with his little gnarled fingers. Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. All the stuff I have to wear at official functions. If it were up to Mother, I would have trunkfuls of this stuff, and a wing of the castle would be my wardrobe. She just can't understand why Pa and I aren't into this sort of thing.
Oh, took the mirror. Where you flying off to? And it's already 30 minutes. Dang, that was really quick. But it also probably took me 10 minutes to figure out how to combine those items. Okay.
Hey, withdrawal symptoms? A contented fat blue bird and his reflection. I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful reflection for 1 second. Come on.
And trapped.
Shh. He's gone to sleep. It got dark and he's simply... No matter. I can now enjoy a few moments of peace.
Okay, I would have never figured that out by myself. 100% guaranteed. I would have been
I'm
stuck
going to have to take
on
a few more of your seeds, but I
the
promise this is the
sunflower
last
seeds
time.
on what do I need to do with them. Not sure. Let me... Let's see where it is. I mean, this might be like a super easy achievement game. So far, we're in Elfboro, Ivo's room, and it's actually quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 total chapters, maybe. Lost my place. Okay, so we are... If I can get my screen set up right. So we need to exit the to the garden from the lower right option. Oh, climb down.
Let's go. As expected, no one here. My parents are in the throne room ruling the lands. Or rather, Mother is. There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild so high up the mountains. I can't think of any use for a water lily, but a reed could come in handy. A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway, what can I do for you, my little beauty?
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work.
The colors are
People
just
always
so
think
nice.
Elf gardens are fabulous by their
I'm like
very
really
nature.
impressed by the graphics
But
of
yet
this
you're
game.
a mighty good gardener.
You have got green fingers.
Ah, that's just moss, my dear. Happens if you spend all day grubbing around in the earth and don't wash your hands properly in the evenings.
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my wedding.
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course.
Why
or
does she
rather,
need to be on
everything
the
is
diet?
perfect.
She's already
if you
super
just let
skinny.
nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She'd be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener. Get it?
No.
What are
I
you
don't
up
get
to
it.
today then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
Time passes differently in the Elfborough. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather and the usual seasons, there'd be a lot more variety here.
You and Father,
See,
you
complaining
get along
about the
well,
look?
don't you?
No one understands more about nature than him, that's for sure. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a theorist.
The mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the lot by just sitting around up there and doing nubbit.
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there. Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little chat with her and she might tell him what's up.
If you're going in, it'd be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
Oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
I think that's it, this guy. Now we gotta go take his pet rock.
A handy smooth stone. Arbor's sheepdog.
Now we need to go get some pot.
There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly. I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled joyous splashing and not insignificant body mass.
Okay, now the pots. Do I want to throw it in the pond? I don't know. It doesn't say throw it in the pond. It says look at the pot, interact with the stone to get the fist-sized stone, go to the library entrance under the balcony you came from. Okay, so I got the fist-sized stone. Interact with the stone to get fist-sized stone. Now I think we're going back up. How often do you do these Game Pass games? I'm going to do it every other day. I think my schedule's going to be... what is today? I'm so lost on my days. Wednesday? Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are going to be the Game Pass games. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. I'll probably do Tuesdays or this Jurassic World. Thursdays, probably going to be GTA story mode. And then Sunday, or what's next? Saturday, Final Fantasy 15. Go to the library, entrance under the balcony you came from. Okay, I just picked the wrong one. Do you have any games planned? It's just up in the air right now. I can show you the games. And then normally I say that I'm going to do a game, but then I don't do it. So We've already done Devil May Cry. I was going to do Shinobi Strikers, but supposedly it's multiplayer. And I kind of don't want to do multiplayer in that just yet because I'm probably going to suck it up. Rush I've already done. So if this game wasn't going to be out on Game Pass, or it was going to leave Game Pass in 2 weeks, I was probably going to do this one tonight. But so this was probably going to be my next one, Super Lucky Tale. Like again, the graphics look really clean, and this actually looks like a really fun game to play. City Skylines I want to do. This is actually the game that I wanted to start my YouTube video recording back last year, and this is what game that got me started wanting to do YouTube, was because I was watching this guy do a City Skylines episode, actually like a few of the guys, and I mean their videos were good, but then it's like I could make a video just like that, and I never ended up doing City Skylines. But this one's going to come pretty soon. The Banner Saga, I might make this into like an actual episode here, and so, but I'll probably do this one sometime soon. And then we have the Jackbox Party Pack 3, Children of Morta, Supermarket Shriek, Bomber Crew. Bomber Crew is going to be another one that I'm going to be doing really soon because this looks like a pretty cool game. But yeah, those are the games I have downloaded right now, and I'm waiting for like more Xbox games to come out because usually comes out the first of the month. Oh, we got Sully over here. Just noticed that. Okay, we gotta look at the bookshelves. What kind of books can we get?
The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustrations by Alexander Bonpland. A standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that he now knows it off by heart.
Have you played Super Lucky Tale?
A present from one of the northern kingdoms. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragons. I think it's some kind of test of courage.
Okay, so maybe that's not the right bookcase.
Perhaps I can help Arbor solve the problem with that flower. Let's take a look.
Oh, dang. Interact with Top Shelf to get book about carpentry.
The wood of intelligent apple trees is often used for the equally intelligent and beautifully shaped living accessories of all types. For a long time, botanists thought that it may be possible to find other intelligent fruit varieties. So far, the search has proved fruitless.
Oh, you only played it for 10 minutes?
The wood of intelligent apple trees
No, I
is
wanna get
often
out.
used for the equally intelligent and beautifully shaped for a long...
Okay, exit. Don't want to look at any of these. There it is. So we're looking for a carpentry book. It says it's on the top shelf.
Helmets with horns. Cool, but useless. Goldsmithing, masonry, and a book about carpentry. Like all books in this library, it's a guest present. The logic behind this must be, those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really interested in this. Why don't we present them with a book about it? What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject, then we'll already know pretty much all there is to know about the matter, and the book's of no use to us whatsoever.
Have you ever tried Goat Simulator? That game is weird. I've seen it. So I'm not sure what like if I want to play it. Just because, yeah, it does look weird.
Working with wood. There's a master whittler down in the valley. I've enjoyed watching him in the past. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are actually animals turned into wood. This one's more about interiors, making furniture and the like. Plane the wood down by a pixie's thumb and saw the board into 2 equal length pieces. Who knows what that might be good for?
But yeah, sounds like probably Lucky Tale's gonna be Friday's game. Back at looking at the book. Look at the flower illustration of lovely lilies on the lower left.
This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love lily. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with another plant very early in its life, which frequently lasts its lifetime. If the partner plant dies, then the love lily does not normally survive the separation.
I'm so glad that I'm cheating. Because I would have probably quit back at the very beginning. Now we need to look at the flower on the right.
This flower clearly is one of the more exotic of the palace's flowers. It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense.
Look at the flower again to get the flower.
Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has an abhorrent smell.
I haven't played Brawlhalla. Is that a good game? Blast in my ears.
Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries.
Look at the shelf all the way at the bottom of the library.
What have we got here then? Aha. Ah, Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Ow! Be careful, if you please.
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
Ill elf? So I look ill. What's wrong with me?
Take it easy, young one thing at a time.
Young one. I'm older than you.
And you look it, too.
I do?
No, of course not, and I can also see no illness.
Yeah, it's like Super
But
Smash
the mere
Brothers
fact that
fighting
I've
game.
been fished out from the back of the shelf for the first time in centuries tells me that something is wrong.
Gotta check that out. Hopefully I don't lose my spot. No, I don't want to join. I'm already joined. Back out. Oh yeah, no, they don't have it. Or do they? No, not on the list. I know this is nothing like Super Smash Brothers, but this game's also leaving, and I was kind of interested in doing this Guacamole, but it's a side scroller. It's not an actual like wrestling game, so I don't know about side scrolling games. Okay, so
I
it
haven't
says
been
choose
feeling
this
too well recently.
3 times.
I'm sleeping badly and have no appetite. I know that elves are very seldom ill.
It's not on the Game
but if
Pass,
it's not
but it's
that,
free. Oh,
then
okay.
it must be some kind of magic or curse.
Seldom ill does not actually mean never.
Oh, is it one of those
ill.
free for
Elves can, for instance,
Xbox Gold?
suffer from a broken heart.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be lupus. But I think it is something else.
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must mix a potion and
Oh,
drink
it's just straight up free?
Are you serious?
Very.
All right, this potion. What goes in it?
It is very easy to make. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey and a red herring, and then mix with water into a viscous potion.
I hope I don't have to remember that.
That sounds revolting.
But good
It's
thing I got
medicine.
cheat
It
sauce
isn't
to my
supposed
right.
to taste nice.
And if I drink it, I'll be well again?
We will then at least know what is wrong with you.
Thank you. I think that's all for now.
Normally, it's me that ends patient consultations. You are only a princess, but I am a doctor.
Take the left exit into Ivo's room. At the same time, open in this path to it.
A few years ago, this dragon was causing a whole lot of grief. A bounty was put on its head, and all heroes of the land were encouraged to hunt it down. 40 brave warriors penetrated its lair and slew it. They brought the head to the palace where it was displayed in triumph. The strange thing was that a bit later more adventurers came carrying an identical head. Then more and more heroes arrived.
This is Soli here. Except for the head needs to move up. They caught Soli. Okay.
The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open.
Okay, give me another quick second. Just so I don't forget it. Hopefully it's a super small, not a bunch of gigs. Oh, perfect. 500 gigs. Not 500 gigs, 500 megs. Okay, let's get back. Look at the flower on the table.
This flower was given to us by the fairies, just like the love lily down in the garden. I bet they belong together.
Now we gotta interact with it. Did I get a beautiful flower? Looks like I did. Interact with the jug on
The
the
beautiful
table.
red flower from my room. It's new, just like the love lily in the garden. With a bit of luck, they belong together. A handy smooth stone. Arbor's sheepdog.
Interact with the jug on the table.
I could use the bowl to prepare the medicine in. A spoonful of honey, the green fruit from the metis bush, a red herring and a little water. Crush and blend until a viscous potion is created. Oh, sounds revolting. Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here. That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion.
Use the jug on the bowl on the table. Did that. Now we got to return to the garden. And just jump off the balcony again. Yeah, this game would be super difficult. I don't know who's would figure this out. Not me. Not me. Use the book about carpentry on the Happy Willow. See the Happy Willow?
Hi, Arbor.
No, that's the arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
Okay.
See you later, Arbor.
See ya!
Could this be the Happy Willow? Use the book of carpentry on the Happy Willow. I thought the willow is a tree. Maybe this is it?
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad.
So that's the weeping willow. That's probably going to be
Mother
our honey.
thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their hive in our garden. I don't think she could get used to the thought that she would no longer be the only queen here. Perhaps the tree would like to hear a little story from the book. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw guided by two men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away.
Now it's super sad.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It'll be all right. You'll see.
Now we got a rainbow. Use the beautiful flower on the sick flower next to arbor.
Look, do you know this flower?
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling girl. You all right?
No. Yes. I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
Oh, now we get to take his shovel. Oh, what's he smoking?
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff
Smoking
all over the
trees?
garden, which of course drives Mother mad.
Okay. So now we got to go to the end of the rainbow, get the pot of gold. Downloaded.
This is Mother's mirror. It's said that you can see into the furthest corners of the land and know what's happening in every part of the world. At the moment, it's no more than a shallow bowl. The water's missing.
I know, it's already been an hour, super quick. Okay, so I was in the wrong spot. The rainbow looks like it's kind of back in the distance. Oh, we got a pot of gold.
A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck.
Use the cut reed on the beehive to get a sweet honey. Where's the honey? There we go. So we need the cut reed. No, not with you.
Would you like a pipe cleaner for your pipe arbor?
No, and I would be most cheered if you didn't decapitate any more plants in my garden.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, right there. Come back, come back.
The pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit.
Come on. Turn around.
The pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit.
Oh, there we go. I was picking the wrong thing.
The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
Hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature. Not unless I get half of that there honey.
I don't need any more. The rest is for you.
Now he's smoking some honey.
Oh, that be good stuff.
That's the good stuff.
But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
A lovely spot, so long as the bees who have built their hive directly above the bench don't disturb you. I don't have any time to rest, and that's good. At last I've got something to do again. You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
So we gotta ask him about a book of carpentry.
Look, I found this book in the library.
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I thought it might interest you.
She's
I
gonna
don't
chop
like
you up.
horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that then?
Sorry, never looked at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Oh, sick stuff.
Now we gotta tell about the potion you need to make.
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then you'd help me with that, wouldn't you?
Ill? You're an elf. Elves don't get ill.
But if I were,
Oh, come on. Now tell me. How can I help you?
Next is then ask about the metis brush.
do we have a metis bush in the garden here?
Or metis bush.
Or
Can't
that bush
read.
over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect, then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
Pardon?
The metis bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it thinks it's in danger, then they go green and very sour. Call it a defence mechanism.
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your rod?
Of course, if you bring it back in one piece. What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thank you for the fishing rod.
Thanks.
Well, everything needs to be complicated, you know.
And okay, I think that's it.
There's something else. I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Use the flower on the bush with red berries. Wait, what? Use the flower on the bush with the red berries. Oh, do I gotta go pick up the flower?
Since Nate left without saying so much as a... So far, I've managed to frighten off every candidate successfully. But she's... Since Nate left without saying so much as a... So...
I'm gonna take your
Isn't that
take
just
my flower
lovely?
back.
Two plants that have found each other and want to spend the rest of their lives together.
Give me my flower. Ask about the carpentry book. Tell about the potion you need to make. Then ask about the metis bush, and about borrowing his fishing rod. Use the flower on the bush with the red berries. I don't have a flower. And this guy won't let me take it.
This is a metis bush, just what I need. Only its fruit is red, not green.
Okay, maybe they missed a step. Or maybe I missed a step. Use the flower. I mean, the only flower we've gotten was this little guy over here.
I don't know what I could ask him right now.
Where's my flower?
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Okay, I gotta go back and see. Use the beautiful flower on the sick flower next to the arbor. Look at the spade in front of the flowers. Interact with the spade. Use the spade to get the pot of gold. Use the cut reed to get the sweet honey. Talk to the arbor. Use the flower on the bush. But we already gave our flower away. Unless I gotta go get another flower. Maybe I'm supposed to have 2 flowers. It does confuse me too. Like I'm so lost. I'm glad like I'm cheating and I got these notes over here. But there's no way I would be able to get any of this. But I guess it's just more of a puzzle game than anything. Okay, so there's no more flower. I guess I gotta go search for a flower. I don't think the sunflower counts. No flowers. No. Back outside. And no interactive flowers there.
The only thing I can say in my defence is that is what a weeping willow is meant to look like.
Okay, I guess.
Arbor's pot, literally.
We're gonna grab some pot from Arbor's pot.
I really shouldn't... Ugh, it's only earth. I should tell Mother how her daughter... well, she'd be delighted.
Like, I really want my flower back.
According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green and sour if it feels afraid or threatened. This is a metis bush, just what I need. Only its fruit is red, not green.
Okay, I'm missing a step. Hey Grant, how you doing? How is everything going with you? Guide? I want to see if there's another guide for this. Go back to the garden and ask the arbor about the meta bush. The bush has red fruits. Learn that it gets green with green fruits as defense mechanisms when it is scared. Go back to the library and examine the trumpet-like flower at the bottom right of the library. Learn that it's used for decoration of lore. Look at... oh, okay. That's what I'm missing. Oh, you got your bike back? Brand new derailleur and was out for 2 hours outside just riding around town. School's not resuming this year. I know, that's what I saw. It's crazy. I can't believe it's over and done with. Do I already have this in my inventory?
Since Nate left
right
without
there.
saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a proper elf prince. So far, I've managed to frighten
no
off
official
every
word,
candidate successfully.
but it's probably
But she's starting to lose her
probably over.
patience.
April 7th, I think, is when CIF and NCS meets up. And that's when they were going to make their announcement of what they're going to do for the season. And which it's going to be. They're going to cancel it. There's no way that they're going to let it go through. I mean, we've already missed a month of training.
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks.
So yeah, so it seems to me that it's going to be done. I need to talk to Dean and see what we need to do and what we can do. Because if school's not resuming, then we can't be back at school, and so everything sits out. But I also want to do a special day to like end the season, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. Because I want to do capture the baton and have like a pizza day for everybody. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't even know if we can even meet up to get everything put away. Yeah, we got to do something fun if we can. I know. So, I mean, that's my plan of what I want to do, but is it going to happen? I really don't know what's going to happen and what's everything. I just have to wait for CIF to make their announcement, and then when they make their announcement, then I can make my final decision of what we want to do, and I can talk to Dean about it. But this virus is stupid, and I can't believe that it's like ending everybody's season and all their hard work that they put in, because it's not just like they put in a month's work. Like a lot of you guys put in from wintertime to even cross country to going into the summertime from last year, putting in work, and it just sucks that it's over. Okay, so we got the green menace fruit. I just need to make sure I have that. I do. Interact with the worms in the pot of Arbor's flower bed. Okay. Wait. Did I already pick that fat worm? Yep, I got some worms. Use the arbor rod on the pond. You will get fishing level 1.
Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a sofa.
Okay, we know. You keep repeating that. Okay, fishing with no worms. Let's see if we
I don't
catch
have a
anything.
clue about fishing, but I'll try my luck. Just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing.
Okay, so now we have to go back, talk to Arbor. Get some clues of what we got to do.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
It's just weird that I won't see teachers or anyone anymore. It really sucks. Yep, it does. I don't think the coronavirus is that bad. People are scared of it. I can tell you I'm scared of it. Just because, I mean, I think it's going to be really bad. They're saying that the death toll for the United States is going to go up to 100,000 to 200,000 deaths within the next 2 weeks. And that's just crazy. And that's what I'm scared about, is that I mean, if I catch it and then I get sick, they're not going to treat me for anything. That's the thing, is that's why so many people are going to be dying, is because they can't treat anybody because there's too many people coming in at once. And so you got to have the really, really top doctors and be friends with them and have money to be able to survive. And I have none of that. So I would be one of those ones that would be dead in their bed and no one would know. So it's just, kind of sad to hear, and that so many deaths. And I mean, I know that the flu does as many deaths, but this is through a spread out time. It's not like 200,000 people are going to die in the next 2 weeks. It's bad, but our state is being really safe, which is why we're so good and low on the graph. I think you're healthy enough to not get that too affected. Yeah, I'm pretty healthy and all, but the thing is that, like, whenever like these big viruses come out and these big flus, I do get sick. And I mean, that's because I'm always hanging out, like doing track, and so I'm always interacting with people all the time. But then it's like this is different because I'm not interacting with anybody, so which is good because then I'm hoping that I don't get sick. But I mean, like it's once like every 2 to 3 years, like 2 years. It's kind of pushing it, like more 3 years is when I get like sick, and then when I get sick, I get really sick. But then, like it's over in like a week to 2 weeks, and then I'm good for the next 2 to 3 years. And so it's like coming up to that time, like I think it was the SARS virus that came out. That was like bad. That was like ejaculation coming out, throwing up, and it was so gross. I hate throwing up. Okay, so not to talk about throwing up. So we gotta ask him how to fish.
You must know a lot about fishing. Could you teach me?
Yep, can do that. Just put the line into the water and wait.
That much I know already. Is that all?
Yep, it's all a question of probability. Will a fish bite or won't a fish bite? You understand? A good bait, a blinker, and those sort of things can increase your probability, of course. But apart from that, it's just practice, practice, practice.
Talk to Arbor. Arbor, ask him to teach you fishing. Your fishing level should jump to 11, I guess.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Now we have to return to the library. It's annoying that people hoard all the food. Some people could starve from no food and no toilet paper. I still can't believe like everybody's buying out and freaking out about toilet paper. But I think people are worried about like actual lockdown, and like if the state gets bad, it might get to that, to where only, I mean, they can't close down the stores. That's the thing. And people, I mean, like I go out, I'm not saying like, I mean, it was like, because I had to work. And so I was working in Petaluma and finishing up on the barn, but I haven't worked in like a week. I've been working around my house. And like the freeways, I mean, the freeways are emptier than normal, but there's still a lot of people driving around, and you see carpentry still happening and construction still happening. And it's just crazy that like how many people aren't taking this serious. I mean, I know you gotta go and survive, and it sucks, but yeah, I don't know. Interact with the bottom left shelf. Your fishing level should jump to a 21.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm here for.
Bottom left shelf. Maybe it's this one. That's not the bottom.
Right. Aha. Oh, twice in a row. Then, that was educational.
Okay, there we go. That's not the bottom. Now we return back to the garden. Use the arbor rod on the pond and fish until you get a red herring. I go to a store and I
guess
see
that
a
I
line
can
of
just
people
practice
waiting to
until I'm
get
good
in.
enough.
Yeah, surprisingly, like the stores I've been to haven't been too bad, and they haven't been crazy busy.
Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere.
Use the arbor's rod on the pond again and fish until you get a red herring. Okay. I don't think I need to put worms because it didn't say to put any worms. And then second one is keep fishing until you get the master angler's hat. Your fishing level will jump up to 1,000 and you will get the Fisher Queen trophy. Yeah, they weren't that bad. I know, I probably go to Lucky's every single day. Oh, there's our red herring.
At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list.
So we are gonna continue to fish so we can get the achievement.
I've got what I need, but this is so much fun. And perhaps I'll have a bit of luck catching other interesting things in the pond. A fishing hat, which not so long ago I thought was extremely hideous.
Oh, that's
But
gross.
now
I can't believe she put it on her
I
head.
am the master of all rods, the ruler of the river and the goddess of the water. And what's more, I'm looking good. That's me and fishing done. I've reached my peak.
Fisher Queen. Receive the hat of the Master Fisher. Yeah, so I mean, I go to Lucky's every single day, and like I'm in and out quick. And then I went to Safeway, the old G&G. I mean, there was a little tiny wait, but it wasn't too bad. Stay at home. I know. But so I'm working on my bathroom and putting in new tile because I had some broken tile in the bathroom and in the shower. And so I had to go to Home Depot, which then I know Home Depot's not really close to Safeway, but I wanted some Chinese. They have like really, really good Chinese there. Not really, really good, but good for the takeout. For the plate, Chinese plate lunch. And then it's pretty inexpensive. I think it's like $7 for a 2-item plate with steamed rice, broccoli beef, and orange chicken. And then I also get a side of barbecue pork chopped up. Okay, let's see where our next spot is. Use the green metis fruit, red herring, and sweet honey on the bowl on the table. Making our potion.
About 1 spoon of honey. Oh, that fruit smells really sour.
I've never known what a red herring was.
Thanks for the
I've always
sacrifice, little
wondered.
fish.
Fruit, red herring, sweet honey on the bowl on the table. Use the fist-sized stone on the bowl to get the medicine. I like this. I'm about to shout them out in a sec.
I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the Elf Burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke.
Do we gotta drink that? Now it says return to the library. I think the quick way to the library is over here. I'm probably going to go through a bunch of screens right now because I'm not sure exactly what screen it is. It's probably this one here. There we go. Shout out to psnprofiles.com, guide 3350, Book of Unwritten Tales. So I'm just following along the storyline Uproar Library. So you can see I've been going along this list, and he's pretty much been telling me the exact order. I didn't know that that little circle thing was the flower. So that's where the one mistake that I made in it. But other than that, it's like having me roll through this thing. So we are returned to the library here. Now, that's where we're at. Trying to move this over far enough so I can see the chat, which it ain't working. And back to the game. Talk to the medicine book.
Hi.
So I think
Well,
with following
what's
this
up?
guide, I could get like 1,000 gamer score out of it pretty easily. I mean, it might be some time. I might have to throw this back on stream, and I didn't know that my head's blocking the way. So we move it. Almanac of Elf. Tell him the potion is ready. The potion is ready.
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This...
Don't drink it!
Medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
Says to choose the bottom
As enticing
answer.
as that potion looks, Oh...
Things aren't going to get better by procrastinating. The opposite. Your condition is going to get more serious with each passing day. Come on, drink your medicine.
It's not like I doubt your medical knowledge, but perhaps something other than this revolting cocktail might be better?
If you want to know what is wrong with you, drink the medicine. If not, then I'll be glad to carry on talking with you.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice. That's right. Down to the last drop.
Drink it, drink it, drink it.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
She got pregnant from it. Surprise.
No.
that Ivo's
That is
pregnant.
completely impossible.
What you been doing?
You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheap, no. No, the book has made a mistake.
You've been cheating on me?
I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
How do humans do it? Bang, bang.
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant.
I think I just keep doing the lower one.
I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure. Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask
Interesting
Archmage
story.
Alistair. He's the wisest
I'm
magician
actually
in the
kinda
realm
liking
of
this
man,
now
and he's a
that
friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means.
I have a cheat source.
Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you? Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here. Oh, yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission. You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? Typical. That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter, Cheap. After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password. Let's go.
Okay, so it says talk to Cheap Cheap.
Hey, Cheap.
Cheap Cheap transport pot of gold.
Think, Cheap Cheap. How can we both get to Seastone without me having to grow wings? You've got an idea? A flight magazine? You've taken out a subscription to a flight magazine? Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Eculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in Avantasia. A hippogriff? That could carry me. Not a bad idea, Cheap. A pot of gold. Now,
Hippogriff?
where are
So
we
we're
meant to get
going
that
in the
from?
Harry Potter now?
Yes, I think you're right. We'll have to think of something. A hippogriff costs a pot of gold. And we've got one.
So next is pot of gold.
I have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that for you.
Now it says go to Ivy's room.
I'll be back soon, Cheap.
Take the jug from the table.
That's just what I need.
Return to the garden. It's probably about the same distance. If I can get the door. Look at the magic mirror bowl on the left of the rainbow.
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be more than useful. The only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never done that before. There are 3 symbols on the bottom of the bowl. I wonder what they mean. They're the same ones as the columns in the throne room.
Okay, now we gotta go enter the throne room.
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa. I'd better take the hat off. No need to complicate matters further.
Man, I think I'd still be stuck on the first part if I were to play this. I would have probably turned it off.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
Okay, select the last option.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course, fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in Seastone?
It's
All right, you'll be back in 2
strange.
minutes.
We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
The situation
We're close
isn't
to
clear.
finishing
It
the
appears
chapter.
as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land.
1, 2,
changing it.
3, 4,
Do you
5 more
remember
rooms.
the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom.
Oh yeah,
bit by
the
bit.
never-ending story now.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmajor in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem.
Okay, now we got to go talk to the king. Wake up,
Pa
Dad.
doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why.
Look at the symbols on all 3 stone tables on the columns around the room. Diamond.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. I can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well. Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will.
Must be good, some good water.
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Okay, so we got to ask about the symbols.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth. And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Oh.
Ask about water changing forms.
What's all this different forms of water all about then?
I back still
Not all water
play
is the
Clash
same. It
Royale,
changes.
and they're adding a new card.
If it bubbles out
so I
of a
watched
spring,
the trailer.
then it is spring water.
All right.
Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river
never
water,
played
and then
Clash
sometimes
Royale.
later into sea water. The voice of water changes.
Right now I'm
its soul.
playing.
And if different forms of water are mixed together,
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its
Random
form.
dice.
Rain
That's the
is
game I'm
water
playing
from the
right now.
sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
It's okay. It's pretty good. Kind of addicted, but kind of not. I mean, I'm playing it every day. Next, we have to ask about the moon water.
That stuff in the moon well, that's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
Well, the moon water's a particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Talk to the sleeping king. Okay, so we're done with her.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
That you
Oh,
know
that I
of.
had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts.
Bob. His name Bob. Asked to be enlightened 5 times for the enlightened trophy.
Enlighten me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun, laughing madly and turning quickly in circles, are amongst the greatest wonders of the world.
Understood. She looked me up like a
press the wrong
small
button.
child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticises me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that because she never had that choice.
Enlighten me, Father.
Ghosts and demons, dancing the tango and farting uncontrollably, bring the little llama to tears.
I'll need to have a think about that.
It's 2, 3.
Enlighten me, Father.
Ghosts and demons, laughing madly and turning quickly in circles, are confusing to those weak in the head.
That is interesting. Enlighten me, Father.
The moth and the dandelion, laughing madly and turning quickly in circles, are confusing to those weak in the head.
That is interesting. Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs,
Should be our achievement.
loved by me like very little else, are amongst the greatest wonders of the world.
I'll need to have a think about that.
Ding. Ding. Maybe it's got to be 5 times in a
Enlighten me,
row.
Father.
The moth and the dandelion,
There we go.
loved by me like very little else. They may be clever, but they are not wise.
That is interesting.
Okay, so now we have to talk about being pregnant.
I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
Oh, yeah?
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
Talk about going to the
If you
Seastone.
don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be magic. No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree then.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
I know, but I'll work on that. Hypothetically, if Cheep Cheep had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength, which you have just done, have you not?
Really?
Of course, but the effect would not last long enough to transport you to, let's say, Seastone.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
All right, bring me some sunflower seeds.
I got them right here.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Good. Keep still.
A secret stash.
That's it.
Just give Cheep Cheep these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks. I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father.
Okay, so now we have to go back out. We are close to completing. 4 more places we need to go to. Use the Moonwell water on the magic mirror bowl.
Water that has spilled from the earth, water that has been bathed by moonshine, water that has fallen from the sky. They're the same symbols as in the throne room. Right, now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moonwell. It works. One of the symbols is glowing.
Use the jug on the waterfall above the pond to get the jug with water from the waterfall. Making another secret potion.
Water that's been bathed by moonshine. The symbol two.
Okay, I just want to add it.
Water from the waterfall. One could also say water that has fallen from the sky. Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow.
Talk to the arbor.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
Talk about leaving Elfborough.
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you permission?
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that. But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a good journey.
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
I wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
I need a special sort of water, Arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, a waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container? There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you.
I didn't see that. Did he pee in it? Okay, so I think that's it.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
I was trying to figure out like our next steps that we need to go through.
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Now all the symbols are glowing. Hello? Are you there?
I'm always there.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay.
So she sees everything.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them?
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors? Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
Oh, so she's seen everything.
All.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
No.
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and Nate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, Princess.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
Well, what is it then?
It's something that you get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seastone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Yes, you must. But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners. Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
But, oh...
All right. Now we gotta go give the bird seeds to Cheep Cheep.
There's only a little water left. How...
There we go. Cheep Cheep, we got some bird seeds for you.
Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything?
Super Cheep Cheep.
Now, don't exaggerate.
He's on crack now.
Okay, here. Oh,
Gone.
I hope it works. But what's he going to be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as it is.
Two more sections left, and the next section is the balcony just up ahead. So there's really only one. Dang, super speed.
Oh, that's overdoing it a bit. You just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it. It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you? You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see it? I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheap Cheap blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it.
Okay, that's not a Harry Potter hippogriff.
You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Cheap? The little chap has enough strength to demolish a heavy wooden box. That's a pretty good sign. The floor of the box has been covered with newspaper. I wonder how long the hippogriff had to cope with being in there.
No. Trying to interact with the hippogriff.
Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger, bit more griff and a bit less hippo? Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things. You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone? Right then.
Let's go.
The Archmage. Murdered? By Wilbur Weathervane? There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends. Away to Seastone.
All right. There we go. The Great Escape. You've escaped Elfborough. So we're going to watch this last cutscene.
My name is Weathervane, Professor Weathervane.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome. Gnomes can't do magic.
I can, and have. During my mage training, yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
It was the end of the first chapter, I guess. Princess Ivo.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritaserum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
All right, so this is the next chapter here, I'm guessing. Next character, Professor Weathervane. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 total, not including the tutorial, Nate's Fall. And so that was chapter 1 that we just completed with, I'm guessing chapter 1, that's what I would say would be chapter 1. Princess Ivo, now we're on Professor Weathervane, then we have Hangover, Seastone, Public Enemy, Underground Resistance, Cloud City, Great Voyage, Say Goodbye, or Sad Goodbye, Dark Wood, Seven Seals, and Showdown. And let me There we go. So yeah, you guys can see here. These are all the chapters here, following down the list. This list makes it so easy to try to complete this game. And so if I actually had to play this and figure everything out, I would still be in the princess's room, walking around, being pissed off, looking for the stupid sunflower seeds that I didn't know that I had to put in the bowl. We would have ended the stream after 45 minutes, and I would have said this is the worst game ever. But with the help of the cheats and everything and all that, this game actually... I like the graphics quite a bit. It looks really, really nice. That first stage was really nice, even though it's just a still screen in the back, and you have the ability to move around. You're just interacting with items, and it's basically figuring out the puzzle of how to get out of the area and completing each task that needs to be completed. It would be difficult to completely blind run this and not be able to see anything, like that very first one where I had to look up of how to combine items. That's what got me into this, and seeing that there's an actual list of stuff that needs to get done. So I'm probably gonna make a YouTube episode about this. I mean, I am cheating and all, but it'd be nice I want to see like what the whole storyline is for this game. And I mean, that was pretty interesting storyline. I mean, it was kind of weird at first, but then as we got through the first chapter with the princess and learning about her and everything, it's given me like I want to see some more. The game for me is a 6 out of 10. I don't like puzzle games, but the story is good, and the art, yeah, it's probably about the same for me. I want to give it a super high grade because like some puzzle games just like pissed me off, and if I didn't have the help of the internet, I would have never passed like a lot of games, such as like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. When I was playing that, I had trouble with the Tomb of Ilram, and I couldn't figure out how to get to the other side where they tell you that there's a rope there. I'm like, I can't see a rope, but my screen's like super dark because Star Wars, that game's really, really dark in general until you turn up the light in it. And then I was like, oh, there's the rope as you slide down. And yeah, so I mean, there's those games that are kind of difficult for the puzzle, and I mean, this is a pure puzzle game here, and yeah, I would say this is a 6-ish, but the graphics are really nice. I like the way that the game looks, and it looks really, really clean, and it's got a pretty interesting storyline. I'm probably going to continue on with this. I might make YouTube episodes so then you guys can watch all of this. I probably won't live stream it again, just because there's other games like I want to do for the Xbox Tour de Game Pass, and so I want to still stay on the schedule because we got like over 200 games, but then it's a little bit less because there's a bunch of 360 games on there, and I'm not going to play any of the 360 games on there. But yeah, this was pretty sure episode 8, the Book of Unwritten Tales, Chapter 2 or Part 2, and again, it was a pretty good game, and I'm happy I was able to play this before it left the Game Pass. I'm glad I didn't wait, because then now I can figure out if I want to make some YouTube episodes about this and then show you guys the whole storyline, which would be pretty cool, and I could do each chapter of it. Same for me. One of them is Borderlands 3. I looked up a lot of the stuff for that game. Well, Borderlands 3, I think I had your help in it. Like, I was just, going around before I met you, and then you helped me get through, like, a lot of the game, the ending part of the game. And so I just followed you, but, I mean, I don't want to say I looked up that much in it, but then I didn't get, like, the 100% completion in Borderlands 3. So if I were to be going for the 100% completion, I would know that I would need to look up a lot of the things. I know I still got your fire Lyuda. And then, like, all the guns got nerfed, so then it's like, I don't have anything. Yep. The Lyuda. That's the one gun I remember. Because I still use that on Grave Ward. But I think they fixed everything. Like, you can't go offline anymore. Because I was farming Grave Ward on offline for a while. Like, I think I mean, I played to October, and so November. It was like mid-November, and then I quit playing that. Like, I still have YouTube episodes already made for the 100% completion of the game, and I just haven't edited and had no interest in completing that series there. But yeah, Bizarre, it's good to see you out here. Grant, good to see you. Thanks again for joining me, guys. We're going to end this episode for tonight. Probably stay tuned for more of these episodes in a YouTube channel or on my YouTube channel. I remember you called Grave Ward Graveyard. I know, I was like, what are you talking about, going to the graveyard? I don't know where the graveyard is. But I was not at there anyway. All right, see you later, Bizarre. Thanks again for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. And yeah, so that was end tonight's episode. Tomorrow's episode, we're going to go into GTA 5, continue on with the story mode there. I know that we're pretty close to completing it. We're probably like 2 to 3 episodes out from completing that GTA 5, and then it's just trying to get the 100% completion on that game. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for joining me, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.